Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and it's that time once again when we're going to be taking a look at the top Android apps for August 2019. We've got a really awesome AR application, a great game, a great video player, an icon pack, and also an awesome wallpaper application, so let's take a look. So first up we have Monster Park AR. Now this is a really awesome augmented reality application that you can get for your Android device, which basically allows you to place dinosaurs in a variety of different locations, just basically for a little bit of fun. So if I go ahead and turn on my screen recording app on my OnePlus 6T here, what I'm going to do is show you exactly what I'm seeing on my screen out and about, and as you can see here, once you point your device at a flat surface so that it can basically find the ground, you can then place a dinosaur. Super simple and really easy to do. Now it can lag ever so slightly when you first place an item, but once it's in, you can see here that the 3D model looks extremely good, and again it runs at a very steady frame rate of around 60 frames a second or just under, although it may look a little bit laggy on this video because it's being filmed at 24 frames a second. You've got some stuff that you can add into the scene in the bottom right hand corner, including this really awesome portal that you can basically walk through to get to a completely augmented reality world featuring a ton of different dinosaurs, whether they're ground or flying. It looks really awesome. You can also adjust the light source, so for me the sun is setting just over these buildings here, and then when I go back to look at the item, you can see here that the shadow has moved, so again just giving it a more realistic look and feel. There's also some other dinosaurs that you can see flying around as well, and the actual motion capture and the way that it tracks it is really nice, as you can see, but don't look at them for too long because they will definitely attack you if you stare for a little bit too longer than you should. In regards to some other features of the application, you can also take any videos or photos that you may want to do as well, and it's really fun if you want to get some fun pictures of maybe some kids and a dinosaur, or just in general if you're a fan of dinosaurs and you want to maybe get a little bit up close and personal, then you've got the option to do so. So as you can see here, if I crouch down and get a little bit closer to this T-Rex here, you can see that the 3D model itself actually holds up very well, even in some of the more harsher lighting that we've got outside. Now it does depend on how good the quality is of your rear facing camera, but for me on my 6T it looks pretty good. Now you do also have some options to buy some in-app purchases to get a ton more dinosaurs if you want to, or if you're happy with the T-Rex that you can see on screen now, then you don't need to pay any money whatsoever. They're adding a ton more dinosaurs and creatures as the application progresses, so definitely keep an eye out for that. But if you're looking for a really awesome augmented reality application to get really walking with the dinosaurs, then this is kind of one of the best options out there. It's going to be linked in the description down below, along with everything that I mentioned in this video, just below that like and subscribe button. Next up then, and the only game on this list, is going to be Rush Rally 3. Now this is probably one of the best, if not the best, rally games available on the Play Store right now, and the main reason being is the graphics are extremely nice. You've got over 72 different stages to choose from, with a ton of different vehicles where you can change things like the paint and also upgrade if you need to. So jumping into the screen recording, as you can see here, the game itself, as you can see, looks extremely nice. Now the thing that I really love about this game is the first time that you load it up, it's basically going to do a graphics test to see how well it's going to run on your device. So the good news is, if you do have a slightly older device with a not so great processor or GPU, you're still going to be able to actually play the game, albeit on low settings. For me though, on my OnePlus 6T, everything is cranked to maximum, and I'm getting around 60 frames a second, which is really awesome to see. There's also a ton of awesome weather effects as well, so you may be in a stage where you've got heavy snow, rain, sunshine, and it all looks incredibly nice. Now one thing that I would say is the game itself does handle extremely well with the touch controls. You can use it with a Bluetooth controller like an Xbox One S controller for example, but for me the video that I'm doing here is filmed all with the on-screen controls, and for me, instead of using the gyroscope that's built into your device, I'm much more of a fan of the left and right down in the left hand corner of the screen, and accelerate, brake and the handbrake in the right hand corner. The touchscreen controls are extremely responsive, which definitely comes in handy with such a realistic rally game like Rush Rally 3. And that's one thing that I definitely would say, there can be a little bit of a steep learning curve to this game, but once you get the hang of it, you're going to be sliding around corners in no time, and you're not really going to have to listen to any of the callouts that come up at the top of the screen, because again, you're just kind of going to know what they mean. The game also has some really awesome camera angles, including this top-down one that I've never really seen before in a rally racing game that maybe more easily allows you to see the course that's coming up. You've also got some great shots of the bonnet, the internals of the actual vehicle itself, so in regards to the amount of camera angles that you've got, you're definitely going to find one to suit your playstyle, but for me, I just prefer that close-up view just from behind. But overall, if you're looking for that Colin McRae style game on your Android device, and you're looking for something that runs extremely well, has a ton of stages and a ton of different vehicles to choose from, then you can't go wrong with Rally Rush 3. Next up then, we have a really great application called Spotty Tube. Now, I'm not sure of the logistics of the actual application itself in regards to the legal terms, but it's available on the Play Store, so for me, that's all good. And what it basically does is it takes all of the awesome playlists that are available on Spotify and puts them into a video format. Now, what I mean by that is you can go through and search the charts, top artists, different genres, which for some reason for me never actually seems to load, and then what you can actually do is just watch the videos themselves straight within the application. You've also got the option to make an account and sign in to allow you to follow artists and also import your Spotify playlists so that you can watch all of the videos from your favourite songs within Spotify. And using the application couldn't be more simple. You can either search through one of the playlists or you can search for a specific artist like I've done here with Bring Me The Horizon, and then it's basically just going to bring up all of their videos that you're able to find on YouTube and bring them straight into this application. You can then start to play the video. I haven't actually found any way to scrub through the video, which is a little bit of a shame, so I can't see any way to get to a specific time within a video, for example, but you can go forwards and backwards within the playlist that you can see just down below. You've also got the option to go full screen if you want to, and it does also have background playback as well, which is really awesome to see, and also has one of the best miniature players that I've seen, and you can also use it wherever you are within your Android device. So for me, if I'm scrubbing through my home screen, for example, going in and out of folders, or just in general doing anything else on my device, I'm still able to watch the video and also have the sound playing in the background, and then you can make it bigger for the top of the screen, full screen again, or then go back into the application. But this is just one of those apps that makes me think more and more that I don't need something like YouTube Premium, which obviously has a monthly subscription charge. Now obviously there are going to be some in-app videos that you're going to see within this application, which at the moment I've not actually seen any way to get rid of, which is a little bit of a shame, but overall if you're looking to watch all of your music, this is one of the best apps to do it in. And next up we're going to be featuring an icon pack which is called Viral. Now this has some really nice dark themed icons to it. You've also got over 230 wallpapers built straight into the application as well, but for me these aren't necessarily the best quality wallpapers. They're not very high resolution, some of the photos don't look great like this one here, so I would mainly stick to using just the icons. So you can see here an example of what the application icons actually look like, and you've got just under 5,000 icons as well, so chances are the majority of your applications are going to be skinned, which is actually one of the main things that I look for within an icon pack. Now you'd also have icon request as well, where you can just simply go through and request your icons as well, so if something isn't skinned you can always request it, and the application does get updated on a very regular basis as well. But just to give you more of an example of how the icons actually look, I'm going to just apply the icons here on my OnePlus 6T, and you can see that they do look extremely nice. The best way that I would describe them is they are very material design if you remember the Moonshine icon pack from a while back, but they've just got a very dark blue tint to them which looks extremely nice. Now it would have been nice to see if this was a black colour for example, but the dark blue does look really good, especially on an AMOLED screen as well, or if you've got a darker background or you're using a night mode or dark mode for example, you can see just how awesome it looks. And then lastly we're going to continue our tradition of featuring an Unsplash client here on the top apps of the month episode, and this one is called Wallpaper. Now the great thing that I like about this one is it has a really nice look and feel to the actual application itself, which is something that I really look for with a really awesome wallpaper app. Now you'd also have a bunch of collections as well, so if you're looking for something specific like Dest and Tech for example, or any created apps, then you can see exactly how they're going to look here as well. Now one thing that I would also say is you've also got some really nice categories as well, so if you're looking for something very specific like typography, mountains, or just in general anything, then you've got some really awesome options. Heading into the settings, you also have an orientation filter as well, so if you are looking for just portrait mode then you've got the option to do so. photo. You can also get a premium version which is going to get rid of any ads, or you can watch a video to have it ad free for 1 day. In regards to the settings, it does have Muse support as well, which is really awesome to see in one of these wallpaper apps, and you can also change the quality of the thumbnail with a very simple slider, as you can see just here as well, just so that you can see exactly the quality of the photos. You've also then got the download format, which can ask you which you'd like, or do it in JPEG or in RAW for that super high quality photo. Now you do also have the icon on the actual thumbnail itself, which shows you whether the photo is landscape or portrait, which is something that I really enjoy, and it just makes it a little bit easier to see exactly what kind of photo is going to look best on my device, or if I want to save one, upload to Google Drive and then use on my desktop, for example. So if I go down here to just find a really nice portrait wallpaper like this one just here, you've got a couple of options. You've got all the information about the photo down the bottom in terms of the resolution size, where it was taken, the camera it was taken on, and you can also change it to a grayscale effect straight from within the application. You've got download options, like, share. You can also see the statistics for downloads, the amount of times it's been looked at, and the thumbs ups that it's got as well, and you can also then click it to see exactly how it's going to look, and also just how quality some of these pictures actually are. And once you're happy with your choice and you want to set it as your wallpaper, you've also then got some more options as well. So you can crop the photo to how you want. You can also add a blur to it as well. Now for me, having a slightly blurry wallpaper makes my icons pop a little bit more, so that's something that I'm going to do. You've also then got a slider for the saturation as well once again, and then you've got some options to crop it, mirror, or just set it as your wallpaper. Now as you can see, this is where the ads are going to come into it. You don't have to wait too long, maybe around 5 or so seconds, then close out the actual adverts, and then the wallpaper is going to be uploaded onto your home screen, as you can see. And the features don't actually stop there either. So we head back into the application here. You can also download the wallpaper as I mentioned, but if you head back and go back into the side menu, you then have a section at the top here which is called other wallpapers. Now once you go into here, you can see you've got solid colors. So again, you can go through, choose any color that you want to and set it as your wallpaper. And then you do also have this awesome gradient effect as well, and you've got a ton of different color options to choose from, different gradient patterns as well. So for me, this is kind of 2 to 3 wallpaper applications all built into one. And that's going to do it, guys, for the top Android apps of August 2019. Now, all of the applications that I mentioned are going to be linked in the description down below, which will be the first line of the description box. So if you guys want to try any out and give any feedback, let me know how you get on in the comment section down below. If you've got any applications, icon packs, wallpaper apps that you want me to take a look at in the future, let me know in the comment section, or you can get a hold of me on Twitter at Copper vs Glass. If you're not already subscribed, now's a great time to do so. I have got a ton more content coming up very shortly, so make sure you turn on that notification bell to be notified anytime that I post a video here on the channel. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, I will catch you guys in the next video.